Hi everyone, I'm Heather Hansen, Clear Speech Specialist at English Pronunciation Lab and Hansen Communication Lab. And today I would like to share some communication tips with you. I wanted to do this video before I left work today because I want to share with you something that came up with one of my clients. Now, this particular client is in her early 40s, I'd say, early to mid 40s. She could be in her mid 40s now. And she looks like she's in her early 30s. She is originally from Hong Kong. She works in mainland China, in Beijing, and she has a very high-level position. She is the country head, the country manager for China for a multinational organization. Very high level, very talented. But she has a problem. Not only does she look young, but what we found out in our session today is that she has a tendency to use very young language. When we talk together, that's okay. It's very conversational. But when I asked her, do you use this kind of speech in your presentations, when you moderate a meeting, when you have international visitors? And she said, yeah, I do. So what I'd like to share with you today is a list of words that we came up with that we are now calling
bad words for the boardroom.
Many people, including this client of mine, have learned English by watching television. There's good and bad to that. The good is that you learn a lot of slang and idioms and you become very conversational with your English and it comes very naturally to you. But the downside is that you're using all of that slang and those idioms in your more professional communication, which isn't always appropriate. So this is one of those little tweaks that you can make to have a lot more impact and authority in your speech. So let's take a look at some of these bad words for the boardroom, all right? So number one, freaking out. So, oh my gosh, we were just freaking out because the supplier bailed on us. There's another one, bailed on us, right? So freaking out, what can we replace that with? I would say something like, we were really upset. Okay, because the supplier didn't meet our expectations. That would be a much better, more formal way of saying the same thing instead of, I was freaking out, okay? Another one, using guys, girls. So a lot of people have this tendency to say, oh, well, you guys this, you guys that. It is more conversational. It is a younger sounding type of expression. I use it all the time. I have to be honest. I use it all the time in my conversations. But if I'm in a formal setting, I try not to use that. I would say all of you or everyone or those people from this company or those representatives. I would refer to what the person is. So the sales representative from this company instead of, oh, the sales guy. Right? And it's very possible you're using that quite often. So try to move away from that in formal business settings. Another one, awesome. Okay, nothing wrong with the word awesome. I do have colleagues who would say it's way overused. We shouldn't be using it the way we use it. Awesome is actually quite a spiritual word. And there are other words that we can use. It also depends on how you use it. If you say, oh, awesome, you look very young, you are acting very young, you may not get the respect you deserve. But some words we could use instead, fantastic, wonderful. Okay, so there are other words that we could use instead of always saying, awesome, awesome. Sounds a little Surfer California to me and to many people in international business. Let's see, another one that my client was using, you might also use dude. Now, dude, I would put that in with you guys. Oh, that dude from that company. Not the most professional style of language. But again, this is one of those problems that non-native speakers have. If you are not living in an English-speaking environment, it's very difficult to understand or know what is appropriate and what isn't in certain situations because you aren't in those situations all the time. So you can only learn if someone points it out to you. And unfortunately, in international business, if you're sitting in a meeting, it's very unlikely someone's going to say, I'm sorry, but I don't think dude is appropriate. Right? So here I am telling you, here are some words to avoid. Another one, sucks. Oh my gosh, that totally sucks. What could we say instead? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's just a shame. Okay? There are many other ways to talk about something that was negative. So bad words of the boardroom, Try to avoid the list that I just shared with you. Things like freaking out, guys, girls, awesome, sucks, dude. All right, so that's your little tip for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you'd like more information about my corporate programs and how you can be a more impactful communicator in the workplace, please visit my website at hansencomlab.com. Or if you're more interested in pronunciation specifically, you can come join me at englishpronunciationcourse.com. I'll see you there. Bye.